Welcome back. Well, to be sure, Hillary Clinton is not the only one affected by the ongoing dump of WikiLeaks emails. The Democratic Party taking major hits as its leaders' complicated ties come to light in these emails. In July, then Democratic National Committee Chairman Debbie Wasserman Schultz resigned after WikiLeaks published emails that suggested that party staffers were inappropriately criticizing Bernie Sanders and backing Hillary Clinton during the primaries. They basically had strategies to just knock Bernie out. And then DNC interim chairwoman Donna Brazile is facing similar criticism for giving the Clinton campaign questions that were going to be asked at the Democratic National Debate in Flint, Michigan. Joining us right now is former VA Secretary and former GOP Chairman Jim Nicholson. Good to see you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks so much for joining us.
Morning.
So give us your take, first off, on these WikiLeaks dumps and what's been happening as a result. Normally you would see people say, you know what, this is not right. They're going into people's emails and you're revealing, private stuff. But at the same time, we're learning a lot.
I don't buy the WikiLeaks phenomenon, really, but it does reveal just how systemic and complicit the Democratic National Committee was with the Clinton campaign, which is endemic of the whole Clinton nation, just how dishonest and unethical they are, that they would even accept questions ahead of time in a debate with her Democratic opponent. And the other thing I have to say is that the media is complicit in this as well. Why isn't a major investigation going on at CNN to see where Donna Brazile got those questions? Who wrote them? Who gave them to her? Who delivered those to Hillary Clinton? But primarily, what went wrong at CNN, a respected media outlet? I have friends there for whom I have a lot of respect, but they ought to be outraged about this.
So what about
but I haven't seen anything about that.
But my question, sir, is not about that, because at the end of the day, as I was explaining to my two sons, it's not that she got the information from CNN, the fact that she took it. What about that, sir? The fact that she took... Why couldn't she have said to Donna Brazile, hey, you know what? I'm going to play this straight. You can take your question.
It was a question she could have been expecting anyway.
It's an integrity issue, and it's rife with corruption. What's your reaction to that, sir?
Well, it's disgraceful. It's a real breach of ethics and integrity, and she's still, as far as I know, she's still over at the Democratic National Committee as the acting chairman of that. No, she hasn't been fired. She's still over there. So it just speaks to how dishonest and how disgracefully complicit the whole Democratic machine is. And it bespeaks the Clinton world from the time that they arrived in the national scene. We've just seen all of this slime that hangs on them and continues to follow them as they go upward for some reasons, climbing over people and using whatever means and showing total disdain for the law and transparency. It doesn't apply to them. It applies to everyone else.
Well,
but
we
not
also saw it with the James O'Keefe videos, right? You had all those operatives and those consultants saying, yeah, we're hiring people to go and incite violence at Trump rallies. No matter what happens, just wear that Planned Parenthood T-shirt and just start making noise. The media will cover it.
That's a Soviet tactic. That's a KGB tactic. And there's not sufficient outrage about that either. But, as
it's not the outrage.
The panelists said, you've got to explain this to your young sons. And what the difference is that we have an opportunity in this country to make change, to wash ourselves of these people and bring in a fresh set of leaders in the form of Donald Trump.
Amen.
Working
this campaign and anybody who is attached to the Clintons over the last quarter of a century, they do it because there's never a price to pay. Right. They do it because they get away with it over and over and over again. Just like Donna Brazile with CNN. What was the price that she paid for doing that? Nothing.
So if she wins the election, Hillary Clinton wins the election, she got away with it?
Yeah. She got away with having a private server. She got away with essentially selling favors right out of the State Department.
She'll be emboldened by that, absolutely. She'll have more
They got away with. They got away with
herself. You think she's capable of doing that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, just think about it.
What about that, Jim? I mean, I've been asking this question this morning. What about the morning after? Let's say Hillary Clinton is the winner here, and she is elected. What happens in terms of her appointments? What happens in terms of an AG? Does she keep Loretta Lynch, even though it's massively conflicted? She just had a meeting on the plane with Bill Clinton 2 days before Hillary had to go speak in front of the FBI. What happens with the ongoing FBI investigations? Is she just dead weight for 4 years? She can't do anything because the Republicans are going to challenge everything, including those Supreme Court justice seats?
Good questions. I try to be a positive person and an agent for encouragement of our country, but the morale of the people in our country is very low. 2/3 of them think that our country is going in the wrong direction, but we still have a chance in 48 hours to change this and to elect Donald Trump and bring in a whole new set of values and some integrity. We've got, yes, a maverick, macho guy that some people have worried about his foreign policy chops particularly, but I think we're starting to see, and you see this in Paul Ryan's endorsement of Donald Trump.
Which endorsement was that?
Talking about
was that an endorsement?
Absolutely, it was an endorsement. And he said we can work together and we come up. They have what they call a better way, which to bring about tax reform, relief for the people in poverty in this country, help them grow out of the poverty. We've got to strengthen our military. As Ronald Reagan used to say, we only have peace through strength. Because we have a weak economy, we now have a weak military. There's no model in the world for that ever working for a country to be able to protect itself and its allies if it doesn't have a strong economy and a strong military. And that's exactly what Trump and the Republicans and the Congress will be behind. We have a threshold question for our country, and the voters' responsibility. And you know, we put it out there. We see this crooked, dishonest, unethical, historical presentation of the Clintons versus a whole fresh opportunity for our country to bring about change in a better way.
And a strong VA, by the way, we should point out. Jim Nicholson, good to see you, sir. Thank you so much.